Chapter 3 She is called the Queen Mary, said Evelyn's father, and you and your mama and I shall sail on her all the way to London. What about Pellegrina? Said Evelyn. I will not go, said Pellegrina. I will stay. Edward, of course, was not listening. He found the talk around the dinner table excruciatingly dull. In fact, he made a point of not listening if he could help it, but then Evelyn did something unusual, something that forced him to pay attention. As the talk about the ship continued, Evelyn reached for Edward and took him from his chair and stood him in her lap. And what about Edward? She said, her voice high and uncertain. What about him, darling? Said her mother. Well, Edward be sailing on the Queen Mary with us. And what about Edward? She said, her voice high and certain. What about him, darling? Said her mother. Will Edward be sailing on the Queen Mary with us? Well, of course, if you wish, although you're getting a little old for such a thing as China Rabbit. Nonsense, said Evelyn's father, Jethro, who, from the vantage point of Evelyn's lap, Edward could see the whole table spread out before him in the way that he never could when he was seated in his own chair. He looked upon the glittering array of silverware and glasses and plates. He saw the amused and condescending looks for Evelyn's parents, and then his eyes met Pellegrina's. She was looking at him in the way a hawk hand easily in the air might study a mouse on the ground. Perhaps the rabbit's fur on Edward's ears and tail, and the whiskers on his nose, had some the memory of being haunted. For a shiver went through him. Yes, said Pellegrina, without taking her eyes off Edward. Who would watch over Evelyn if the rabbits were not there? That night, when Evelyn asked, as she did every night, if there would be a story, Pellegrina said, Tonight, lady, we will be a story. Evelyn sat up in bed. I think that Edward needs to sit here with me, she said, so that he can hear the story too. I think the best, said Pellegrina. Yes, I think that the rabbits must hear the story. Evelyn picked Edward up, sat him next to her in bed, and arranged the covers around him. Then she said to Pellegrina, We are ready now. So, said Pellegrina. She coughed. And so the story begins with the princess. A beautiful princess, Evelyn asked. A very beautiful princess. How beautiful! You must listen, said Pellegrina. It is all in the story.